right, well, hello and welcome to orientation. Just want to point out the importance of your checklist. We are able to track your progress of your journey through orientation as you create your checklist. So it is very important that when you take orientation, that's coming right up, that you do create a new checklist. You'll follow the instruction that's all in the video, but do not bypass this because if you do, we're not going to know how far into orientation you are. So it is extremely important that you create your LMNO checklist and go step by step. And again, we're going to cover all that, how to do it in the video, so hang tight. All right. In addition to the importance of creating a checklist, you are officially inducted into your chapter once you complete orientation. So you have time. Don't worry. You're not going to be marked absent. You can, of course, attend the meetings before you get inducted. But once you're inducted, you are official, meaning you are expected to carry the weight that all the members carry, right? Of playing it forward for each other, but also updating your feature links and managing your time so that you're having quick sessions with your members and taking the time to take trainings, that sort of thing. All right. So you still attend the meetings, but you need to complete orientation first until you're officially inducted into the chapter. Okay. And that's when you're added to the chapter chat and all the other fun stuff. There's a whole induction song. You're giving your member promos alongside your members instead of with the visitors. So there's a lot of great stuff that happens once you're inducted, but you do need to complete your orientation first. So finish your checklist and make sure that is reflected. And of course, you can still attend the weekly Zooms. All right, so really quick, where is the Zoom link? I'm going to cover that even though it is an orientation. It's towards the end of orientation, but I'm going to show you right now in case you don't have time to finish it before the next meeting. All right. So how to access your Zoom link. It's very easy. Once you're logged into the app, whether you're on mobile or desktop, go to meeting items, which is on the left here. You just click on this button, go to meeting items, click on calendar, and then you're going to select the day that you guys meet. So if you're with the founders, you would select the founders, but your view is going to be different if you're in another chapter. But you just select chapter, there's Zoom meeting link right there, and it opens up the Zoom. So no need to ask for the Zoom meeting ID or anything like that. You don't have to register yourself through the website. You just go to meeting items, calendar, and then you just go to the day and click on Zoom meeting link. All right, have a fun time starting orientation. Well, hello and welcome to MNO. My name is Emo Aladdin. I'm one of the two co-founders of MNO. My beautiful wife, Melissa Levin, and we run the organization together. In fact, we're headquartered in Orange County, California, and we are husband and wife as of March 3rd of 2019. So we are a family-run business. So to start off your orientation, maybe I'll give you a quick story about MNO, how it was started, and a little bit about myself and Melissa. So we are both networkers. It's in our DNA, and it's probably in your DNA too. Or maybe this is all new to you, but we have been doing it for some time. One of the benefits of networking is you get to build your business in a very cost-effective way, which was very, very attractive for an entrepreneur like myself and for Melissa. But for her and I, it was the most effective. Built a lot of great relationships out of it, made some great friendships. But that is also the biggest benefit to these types of groups. Referral groups is what they call them. But it's helping others and helping build the business of others. Yes, it feels great, but the essence of networking isn't like charity where you do things because it makes you feel great and that's it. You help businesses regardless of industry because it's going to help build yours in return. So we are all here to grow, and it's through together that we're going to grow. I started MNO because I saw how social media can play a huge part in how networking can evolve in this new world for whatever industry. So I'm sure you know a little bit about the app and what it's supposed to do, but during orientation, we will focus a lot on the app. So I encourage you to do certain things, and you might have to pause this video and complete the task and then move on to the next task. And to keep you on point, we've got a checklist that you can use, which we'll get to in just a bit. But we've got chapters, MNO chapters throughout the country. You are a member of one chapter. You'll be able to visit other chapters. You get one visit, just like any visitor does. But through the app, you're able to connect with the members in other chapters, promote them, and have them promote you. It's a beautiful thing. Your chapter meets once a week for 1 hour on Zoom. It's a great way for you to reconnect with your members, but it's also a great platform for you to meet new connections. And those are the visitors that attend these weekly Zooms. So we'll focus on that as well. So not just the app, but the meeting too. All right, so let's get started. What I would like to do, I've got my notes to my right, so you'll see me look over to this side of the screen. But let us get started. First thing what we want to do is download the mobile app. Okay, so if you are on iPhone or on Google Play, you want to type in the search field of the App Store or the Google Play Store, the MNO member app. All right, so it's 4 words, the MNO member app. By the way, MNO stands for Music Network One. This organization was started by a musician, myself, but it was for musicians predominantly. And it has evolved thanks to my lovely wife, Melissa, to now include all industries, because we do need each other, and we being all entrepreneurs, regardless of what industry you're in. All right, so download the MNO member app. All right, that's going to be the first thing. So I would pause, download the app, and then press play once you have downloaded it. Okay, so next up, what we're going to do is set up your login. Okay, of course, when you open the MNO member app, it's going to ask you for your username and password. And you might have received an email with the temporary password. You can use that. But if you didn't get it because it might have gone to spam, you can always do a password reset. Okay. When you do a password reset, you're going to use the email that you signed up through. There is a CC email that goes to us in case that email doesn't pop up. It goes to spam or there's some sort of firewall. So if you do the password reset and you don't receive the email, give us a call. We'll be able to give you the new password that you're going to use. So pause and take care of that. That'll be the second item you're going to take care of, and that is getting into the MNO member app. Okay, so now that you have downloaded the MNO member app onto your iPhone or Android, what we're going to do now is gain access to the website version of the app. Okay, if you have a desktop with you or a laptop, this is where you're going to open Safari or Explorer or Chrome, Firefox, and you're going to type in member.music network, that's one word, so don't put any dots between them, .one or one. Okay, so it's member.musicnetwork.one. No wwws, no https's, just member.musicnetwork.one. Now, your browser might pre-fill your new membership application from back when you first applied. So just make sure if you see that where other words start to populate, hit that backspace. So the only thing you see on your browser field is member.musicnetwork.one. So you might have to pause this so you can get to the next step. Okay, very good. So now that you have access to the desktop version of the app, I'm going to share my screen so that I can walk you through your checklist and how you're going to find your checklist. Okay, so member.musicnetwork.1, right? That's what we're going to go into. Now, if you only have the mobile version, or if you only have your mobile phone, you don't own a desktop or a laptop, then you can open this on your browser on your phone, okay? And the reason why I want you to pull up not only the mobile version, but the browser version of the app is because the checklist. So one thing you're going to notice is if you hover over to the left, you've got your menu bar. In fact, you've got submenus, member items, meeting items, feature links, search, leadership, and checklists. All right. So I want you to click on checklists. All right. Then I want you to open LMNO Orientation checklist. See that right there? And of course, if you're lost, rewind. But you're going to click on LMNO Orientation. You're going to get this big blank screen. And you can see right here where it shows new entry. All right. And this is going to help you move along LMNO orientation. All right. So what I would like for you to do is to just check off the boxes once they're done. So you've already downloaded the MNO mobile app. Check that off. If you've already set up your login, right, your username and password, if you're here, then you probably already did. And if you are on the browser version of the app, whether you're on mobile or desktop, you can now click on that. Okay. And we're getting to the next portion of orientation. The next line is going to be turning on your notifications. So you're already familiar now with the menu button. What we're going to do is we're going to click on settings. You can also do this on mobile, by the way. Checklist is the only feature that is not currently on mobile. All right. So now you can switch back over to the mobile app, and I would encourage you to do that. All right. So press pause if you don't know how to find it, but basically all you'd have to do is exit out of your browser and open the MNO member app. All right. And the way to know if it's the MNO member app, the MNO member app does not have the URL screens. It just looks like the app. All right. And if you are on desktop, prefer desktop, by all means, you can stay on desktop too. All right. But let's click on settings. And what you want to do is check off all the boxes. All right. And then hit save. Okay. So once you are done with that, we're going to go to the next portion. But what do notifications do? It lets you know when someone shares your feature link. All right. And it lets you know not on desktop, but it lets you know on mobile. So this is going to be a great tool for when someone shares your link. You'll know because you're going to be wondering, hey, is anyone sharing my link? You will know because you will get those notifications. So make sure your notifications are on. There are other types of notifications. But I do want to make sure that you do have the second one, my feature link posted, that is checked off. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to post for a member using the mobile version of the app. So we're going to do both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my mobile version so that you can see, follow along. All right. But what I want you to do is open the mobile app. All right. And you'll see on the bottom left, I have mine on the bottom left. Since I'm going to use it a lot, I moved it to the bottom left so that it's wherever I am on my phone, it's going to be there. All right. So there's the app. And what we're going to do, now you can scroll up and down your performance to see, but we're going to get your performance because you're probably looking at all zeros right now. You're brand new, but every week this resets to 0. Okay. So this is your weekly performance. And so what we're going to do is we are going to do a post for one of your members. So let's click on the play button, which is on the bottom right here. You see that? That's that circle with the triangle. Click on that. And then you're going to get all of these options and we're going to post. So let's click on post. Okay. You're going to have a different view than I do. You will notice that there's the name, there's the profession, and there is the chapter name for each member. And it is sorted in a particular way. It's the feature link winner, which we'll get to in a bit. And then it's the top performer on top. And then they go down. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to share, even though you might have a different name up on top, don't worry, click on their name. All right. Once you click on their name, you will see possibly a list of feature links. You might see one feature link only. You might see 5, 6, 10, but what we're going to do is select the top feature link. All right. And next, what I want you to do is read the title, right? For me, it says estrangement groups, holiday playlist groups. I'm just as confused as you are, but don't worry. Your title, when you do your links during orientation, they won't be as confusing. All right. But what you're going to do is if you come across something like this where it's a group that you're not a part of, don't worry. For the sake of orientation, you're just going to post in any business group. And that's what I'm going to do. All right. So what you want to do next is you're going to click on the share button, which is on the bottom right there. Okay. You might have to rewind just to see what I just did. But you hit the share button, it pulls up this probably familiar view of your phone. And you're going to not select Facebook. You're going to select copy. Do you see that copy button right there? You select copy. And then now what this did, it copied the URL and the description, which is the bottom portion, into your clipboard. And your clipboard is basically what's saved on your phone so you can paste it later. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to open Facebook. So I'm going to go to my Facebook. And by the way, you should be following along. So if you're not, I want you to pause it, watch it again, and get to where we are now in the same spot. All right. And what I want you to do is to go into your groups right here. See where it says groups in the middle of the screen? Click on groups. And then what you're going to do is you're going to post in any business group. The reason why I want you to post in a business group is because you're not going to get dinged for posting for other members in these groups. All right. You'll notice here, for example, right in front of us is a Colorado Springs business advertising. This guy is promoting his own business. But what we're going to do is we're going to promote someone else's. And that is the member that you just posted for. We just have to finish it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go actually into this group. So I'm just going to click here. And I'm going to write something. See where it says write something? So you've probably done this before where we posted for your own business. And now under create something, once it's blinking, I can press it again and there's paste. So now when I paste it, there is Tina's post. And there we go. For the sake of the exercise, we're not going to edit this, although you can go in here and just say a great song. And that's it. All right. But what you're doing is you're sharing a link for your member, which is their post, hopefully. And you're saying something about the post, about how awesome it is, right? So your member gets to write that in. So all you have to do is just paste it and post. All right. And it is now complete. That is how to post for a member. It's pretty easy. So if you want to see how it's done again, or if you want to see now what it looks like, here it is. The admin still has to approve it, I think. Or here's a tip too. If you're in a group and you want to see what posts you've done, you can click on your profile name. And there it is. So that's what this looks like, right? So I'm sharing this true story song about estrangement from my songwriter friend, right? It looks genuine, right? The title was a little confusing. So now if you go over back to your app, right? That's why the title is very important. You just, and we'll get to that. Don't worry. But you just completed the next step. So check that off of your checklist. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to now post using the mobile app because you might prefer desktop, you might prefer mobile, but I want you to be familiar and know how to post using both. All right. So let me show you how to post on the desktop version. Okay. So as you know, right? The address or the web address is member.musicnetwork.1. And you're going to find that play button wherever you are on the screen. You see, it's always on the bottom right. And then you're going to click post, right? Very similar to the mobile. This view is a little bit different. If you remember, it was the list was right below and you saw their name and you saw their chapter name. Here, it just shows their name, right? But it does designate some stars. And what the stars designate is that she's got 3 feature links up to date, which is when she's updated her feature links within the last week. All right, so now let's do the same thing for Tina. Let's actually share her link for me. You're gonna share the same member, okay? And you're gonna just post in a different group. So let's click on Tina's name. Maybe, so if they've got a second or third link, choose a different link. So I'm gonna pick her second one, jazz groups. So when you click on it, you get here, and now it says details copied to clipboard. All right. So now all I have to do is go to Facebook. I got Facebook right here. And you can look for, I'm going to look for a jazz group. So if I'm in the search field, I can type in jazz. If I hit enter, it'll give me some groups that I can join. You'll notice on the left-hand side, there are groups right here. Select group, and here's some groups that I'm a member of: blues, funk, rock, jazz, country. All right. Each member has their own set of feature links. Each one represents their own business. I happen to be promoting a musician this time, but each of your members are in a different industry. And now I pasted, as I posted in there, and I hit post. There's one last thing I have to do. Okay, this is unique to the desktop version. Is once it's posted, I would go back to the app, and then I would click on this guy. See how it says post first, then click? It's telling me post first, which I did, then click. So your post has been logged. And cool. She gets a notification that I've shared her link now twice. And you can hit the back or click on the back button right here. And you can now go to the next one. And just as an example, if you want to do one more, why not? Let's do the next member down. Click on Cecilia. She's an estate planning attorney. So she wants this one in Orange County groups. So if I click on this, you'll see her description. She has a couple of different options of what to use. So what I'm going to do is I don't have to copy anything. The details are already copied to clipboard. I'll go back into Facebook. She wants an OC group. So if I say OC business, and there are some groups. There we go. This one right here. Click on write something, paste. There's ORs, so that means she wants me to use any one of these. I'm going to do this one. All right. I don't recommend you do this because it's extra work. Right now I have to like select and all that. Make it easy for your members. And we're going to get to that in a bit. You're going to create your own feature links. But first, we're showing you how to share your links for your members. All right. Play it forward is the name of the game, right? You want to do more. And there you go. So you can now check that off of your checklist. All right. We posted for a member using the website. There's one thing I forgot though, and that is going in and clicking here. If you do not click this button where it says your post has been logged, then it won't be logged in the app and it won't count. So just make sure that you do click that button. You can always come back later. Say you forgot to click the button. You can always go back into the app, and instead of sharing all over again and going in and sharing, you just click on this button. So that means if you click this button 100 times, it's going to count at 100. So honesty, integrity is something you are a pro at. So I'm not worried one bit that you're going to be, cheating the system, because you can, of course, but networking isn't about cheating the system. It's genuinely promoting your members. So let's go to the next portion of orientation. You can now click away from this field. And what you're going to do is go to member items. My profile's already up, but you're going to click on member items, click on my profile. It will pull up your profile. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a profile picture for you. You can also do this on the mobile app. All right. So when you click on the square that's right here, you'll be able to select a picture of yours. All right. Make sure it's a square. Make sure that it's, casual, not too casual, but something that your members will like. All right. Yeah, maybe like your profile picture from your Facebook, for example. All right. You're going to select it. And one thing I want you to be mindful of, I'm just going to pick any picture. All right. Just so I can show you. So you've got this little box that's right here. You want to hit not save first. You want to hit crop. So first you're going to create, you're going to get this like that. And once you're happy with the dimensions, hit crop. So crop first and then save. All right, crop first and then save. So if it's not working, try it on your mobile. And then if you're still having problems with it, watch this part of the video again. It can be a little confusing. If it's about the image being too large, you're going to have to lower the size of the image. All right, you might have to Google how to decrease the size of your image. So you can always pause this. All right, but put your profile picture in. It's going to, really make your profile pop. The next thing we're going to get to is updating your contact details. So of course your name is already in there. If you do prefer a different name, my legal name's Ahmad, but my friends call me Emo. So Emo, all right? So if you're William, but you go by Billy or Bill, just send us an email and we'll update your name. We will roll out a new version of the app where there will be the preferred name. So you can put your preferred name in there and people will be able to search for you by your preferred name and find you, all right? Your email address, of course, work phone, but start filling in the other parts, your website and your other links. This is separate from your feature links. What these are, if you'll notice, it's your profile, your Facebook profile. So quick tip, if you're on desktop and you want to know what your profile URL is, so open your profile. Now your profile is your own personal, right? Not your personal page. That's not the right lingo. Profile is your personal page, but it's not a page. A page always is indicative of a business, all right? But we're talking about your profile. So if you want to get your personal profile, say you want your members to, friend you on Facebook, it's always at the top. So mine is /Emo Aladdin. So don't put @Emo Aladdin or, put the whole thing, HTTPS, the whole shebang bang. All right. I'm actually going to, and if, you can always put it in separately. Then your business page, right? So you got your profile, you got your page. So put all your stuff in. If you've got a Calendly, if you've got your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your Twitter, your YouTube, your TikTok, your Google, right? Your Google My Business, that's a big one. If you're a business, definitely get your business on Google My Business, all right? Your Spotify, if you're a musician, if you're on SoundCloud, if you're on Yelp, your Vimeo, your Snapchat, and we can add more, all right? But start completing your contact details. And once you're done with that, you can check off contact details on your checklist and other links. Okay, next up, what we're going to do is bio and business. So your business name, what is it? Is it your own name? Is it an LLC? Maybe it's your DBA, all right? Maybe you have something incorporated, but you go by Happy Cupcakes, all right? So your business name is the name that you want your entity, right? What you're actually promoting. Your bio, you'll notice mine is pretty casual. Hello, a little info about me. So this is not meant to be your resume. So add in if you've got cats, your beautiful stepdaughters, your beautiful wife, right? Add in things about you, right? Things you love to do. Going to Disneyland, watching Star Wars, grilling on our griddle. All right, put that in because your members are going to read this. Quick little tip. You see this little box that's on the bottom here? You see that? This guy right here? You'll see this on the app quite a bit. But anytime you see this box, you can always drag it down That way you have a larger view, okay? So once you have your bio done, check that off. Don't forget, you can always pause, all right? Get something in there. Next up, we're going to add keywords. This is indicative of your business, all right? So there are going to be members in other chapters or members from your own chapter searching, and they're looking for, does anybody in our chapter do, health insurance? Okay. So they're going to search health insurance, and I'll show you where to go for searches. Okay. But for now, I want you to put keywords in. For me as a musician, you'll notice there's a lot of keywords I can put in. If I was a mortgage broker, I put in reverse mortgages, purchases, investments, real estate, right? Any words that are indicative of your business. There's no limit, but just make sure every time you type in your keyword, hit add. All right. And then there's that update button. We're going to have everything auto saved anyway, but for now, don't forget to hit update before you go into a different page. And once that's done, you're going to hit your checkbox and check it off of your checklist. Next up, we're going to add your preferred Facebook groups. This can also be your preferred platforms too. Okay. So for me, these are the types of groups I want people to join. And the way to add it in, I'm going to say California business groups. Oops. I'm going to hit add. And what this is, it lets your members know when they're on your profile, they'll know what kind of groups you want them to join. Because there are certain groups you're going to want to join, or you're going to want your members to join so they can share your links there. Okay. So put them in. This is like your master list of groups you want them to join. And then your logo. You might want to resize your logo so that it fits the dimensions of this part. Right? It's not that important, but this is helping with branding. Okay. And once you've got your preferred groups done, check that off. Okay. Next thing, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break from the app and we're going to go into Facebook. We talked about your profile. Okay. And then we also talked about your page. What I want you to do is go to your page that is for your business. All right. If you are like me and you've got a bunch of pages, so if you click on this little menu bar and you click on pages, you'll see that there's a lot of pages that I am an admin on. Some are my own businesses, some are for like my wife, for example. All right. And what I want you to do is pull it up. So let's see, where is my Kings of Queen? That is one of my pages, but I'll pull that up. All right. And what I want you to do is check this off once you have accessed your business page. If you don't have a business page, you're going to need to create a page. All right. So you're going to have to definitely pause this if you haven't created a page. All right. Creating a page is integral in your success with MNO. Even though you have 1,000 friends on your profile, right? It doesn't matter. You need something professional. You need something with your email, with your phone number, with reviews, right? You're going to get clients, and clients aren't going to look at your profile like it's a professional thing. So you're going to need to create a page. And don't worry, we have members with like less than 10 likes on their page, and they're still getting new business because of the power of MNO and the members who promote them. Okay. So don't worry about starting from scratch. Don't worry. But I need to create a page. And how do you create a page? Click on menu, create page. And there it is. Your name, the category, a little bio, get it created, put your headshot on there or your logo. Okay. But this is going to be important. And once you're done, check off that you've created or accessed your business page. Next up, what we are going to do is we are going to create what we call an MNO post. And what I would like to do is create a post using my phone. All right. So if you haven't downloaded the app yet, there's an app that's called Business Suite. Okay. It's Facebook Business Suite. So you might want to download that app. It's got a blue circle with the triangle on it. You see right there, it says Business Suite. All right. And what you want to do is access your page from it. So it'll ask you to log in, and it'll pull up your page, but you'll also notice the Instagram. So linking your page with your Instagram profile is going to be a good way to cross promote. All right. And what we want to do is we want to create a post. So if we hit the plus sign, which is on the bottom there, what we're going to do is you can either just have it as a Facebook post, okay, or both. For now, just for the sake of the exercise, we're just going to do it on Facebook. And don't worry, you can delete this later if you like, but I need you to follow these steps, because an MNO post is going to be the way to get new business. You're not posting about MNO. We call it an MNO post because it has certain guidelines that really work. So we call it the MNO post. All right. So click on done. And now you've got this view. And you'll notice on the bottom, see where it says get messages. That's going to be important. We'll get to that in a bit. And photo for sure. We're going to get to that too. But we're going to write something. This might take you 2 minutes, and I hope it does. It shouldn't take you longer than 2 minutes. But what I want you to do is I want you to write a post. And the post is going to be targeting, if you are a business professional, it's going to be targeting your ideal client. All right. So type away. You might want to talk about a situation, right, that most of your clients find themselves in, and how your services or your product can help address that situation. And we call this the problem solution call to action. All right. Split it into 3. Identify the problem, right? A lot of people these days are suffering from the economy, and they don't know what to, how to lower their bills. Well, with our services, we've been known to lower our clients' electricity bills by more than 30%. All right, so that's a problem solution. And the call to action: give us a call at 908, right, or send us an email, right, or visit our website. Okay, but take 2 minutes and type this thing out. Challenge yourself to go fast, okay, because you don't want to spend too much time, put too much thought into it, because you're probably going to be doing MNO posts every week, okay? But let's focus on a particular type of client or a particular service. But don't forget, if you represent a business in your MNO chapter, I need you to stay in your lane, okay? So only talk about the service that you were approved for MNO. If you're a musician, if you've got a song that you wrote, if you've got a video that you did, if you have a song that you put out, if you have a show that's coming up, if you're looking for a drummer, right, start typing away. And we don't have to use the problem solution call to action, right? You just want to announce, but you want to give a story, right? Tell the story. If it's about a song, then tell the story about the song, right? And then put the link to your Spotify, put a link to your SoundCloud, maybe put a link to your YouTube, okay? But type it out, all right? 2 minutes. And you can pause it, and then we'll get back when you unpause. All right, next up, what we're going to do is we're going to select a photo. So let's select a photo. You can choose any photo you like, all right? For me, I'll pick this one, for example, okay? You should have some photos that you have for your business. If you don't, I highly recommend a service like Pexels, all right? You might want to write this down, pexels.com, all right? Spelled like that, all right? Go to pexels.com. You can download pictures for your business, all right? It doesn't have to be a headshot of you, all right? But if you're in the real estate business, you can go to pexels.com, type in homes, and you can download for free without having to pay legally pictures of homes. If you're in insurance, right? Type in health insurance, and you'll see pictures as they relate to your industry. CPA, right? Type in accountant. Pexels.com can be a great source for visuals. All right. You can also use a service called Canva that allows you to put your logo on those pictures. There's a great free version that you can use. In fact, there's a training we do called Content Creation, and it delves even deeper into this. So, but for now, just pick any photo. All right. And I'm just going to just type in any stock stuff just so we can, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to select a photo, select this photo right here. All right. You can also, if you see on the bottom left here, this button, one that has like the two, lines, it'll fit it to size. We went Christmas shopping today, and that's the gift that we bought. All right. You hit done. All right. The next thing you want to do is, if that get messages button is there, you can select it. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And for some reason, when I'm selecting that video, it's not allowing me to click on this button. But this, oh, there we go. So, okay, so you have to work backwards. All right, so Facebook's ever changing, but get messages. What this does is you'll see on the bottom right where it says send message. So when somebody sees your post, they're going to go, oh, cool, I want to contact this person. Even though they put their phone number in the thing, I want to send them a message instead. So I'm giving them the option. Now you can change the media. Okay, so you can click on change media, and then now, there we go. So now I've got the picture and I've got it's called the call to action button. Okay, so you've got your text, you've got your visual, and you've got the call to action button. And that's what an MNO post is. All right, so I want you to complete an MNO post. Again, it's the problem, solution, call to action, right? Put your phone number, your email, your website, or whatever. And if you can add that call to action button, great. If it disappears because you put a photo in it, hit the get messages button first, click on photos. Of course, you could have rewound this and just heard it instead of me having to repeat it, but that's fine. So you've done your post. All right. Once you've finished your post, check off create an MNO post from your checklist. Okay, now to get to your content. So you've already posted, right? You see on the bottom where it says content. Click on that. And your Facebook post should pop up. You'll see that I've got the Instagram icon on that one, and we got the Facebook icon on that. So if you click on it, okay, it'll pull up the post. And then you see the three dots that are on the very top right. Click on that. And then you see where it says copy link. So this is where your members are going to promote you, right? They're going to promote this particular post, but they need the link. And this link goes in the app. So you just hit copy link. And it's copied. And then you can go into your app. All right. So check off access URL for MNO Post on mobile on your checklist. Next up is accessing the URL for your MNO Post on your website. How do you access that? So I'm going to switch views. We're going to go to desktop, and I'm going to show you how to get the link for the post. All right. So if I scroll down on my page, I'm going to see my post. There it is. All right. There's those three buttons again, except there's no copy link. So what you want to do is click on this embed button. Do not, and I repeat, do not copy this code. This is a code, right? Not URL. You can tell by all of these hashtags and all that, this is definitely not a URL. So what you want to do is click on advanced settings. All right. When you click on advanced settings, it might open up your URL of post page right away. Sometimes it'll pull up a warning window that says you're going to switch over to your profile, and the option of clicking continue, hit continue. Don't worry. You want to get to the promised land, and that is this tab right here. All right, the URL of posts. And there it is. There's your URL of post. So you want to copy all of that. You want to hover over, you want to right click and hit copy. All right, so that's how you access the URL for your post. You might have to watch this again, so you might need to rewind. But now you've got the URL of your post, so check that off of your checklist. Next, we are going to create our feature link. So let's go back into the app, because right now you might have hit copy link, right? And now you're going to want to go to your feature links, which is right here. However, we're not going to click on this one. Well, I mean, you can, but it's too many steps to get to your feature link, right? So we've got a shortcut. So if you hover over and you go down to feature links, there it is. My feature links. Cool. So once you click on my feature links, I've got feature links already created, but we're going to create a new one. So you're probably going to be looking at an empty screen over here, but it won't be empty for long. We're going to click on add a new feature link. Under URL right here in the middle, we're going to paste. Okay. We got one of the 4 fields done. The next field is the type. All right. If you're a business professional and you were prospecting with your post, right, where you were talking about, a service that you provide, you want to help them, that's a prospect. If you're a musician and you are, promoting a song, that's engagement. All right. Even business professionals can do engagement posts. But if you did an MNO post, as we just demonstrated for you, that is a prospect post. Prospect post. Yeah. And this is now a feature link that is linked to a prospect post. All right. Title is important. If you remember, right, the title of the member that I was promoting was extremely confusing. All right. So these are the 2 criteria that you want to put: the what and the where. Okay. So if you're a business professional and you did a post for a particular type of client, maybe the client is a business owner. All right. So business owners saving money, right? Or business owners going on vacation, or families to buy a home, right? You're talking about what kind of prospect you're talking to. So letting your members know what it is that they're going to be promoting. Okay, so it's the what and the where. Next thing, you let them know the where. You don't want to say share everywhere. All right, so be very specific. Specificity is key. What I always say is put yourself in their shoes. If you were told by a member, share everywhere, are you really going to spend the next 36 hours sharing everywhere? No, right? Share anywhere. So does that mean I can share it in Timbuktu community groups? So be specific, all right? This is networking. Being specific can spark ideas. Being specific can get you specific clients, all right? So share. If you're prospecting, you don't want to share in community groups because you can't. Your members can't share your prospect posts in community groups. It'll get kicked out. All right. It won't get approved. So it's going to be a business group, but you have to be specific where. So maybe this week, if you're licensed in California business groups. All right. Who are in these groups? Well, business owners, of course, but business owners are also consumers. So they work, they make money, they spend money. So you will find clients in these business groups. More importantly, your members can share your links in these business groups and will succeed in getting them posted because they're able to do so in these business groups. Other types of groups too are real estate groups. So if you're targeting real estate agents as your clients, maybe, right, you can put that in there. If you have a listing as a real estate agent, you can ask your members to share your listings in real estate groups. All right. If you're a musician, right, you can put music groups, but I highly advise stay away from music groups because most of the people posting in those music groups aren't really looking for new music. They're promoting their own music. So be bold, be unique, and have your members share your music in business groups because you are a business, my friend. Okay, so the what and the where. All right. What you don't want, once again, guys, do not do your own thing. Don't get creative. All right. We've been doing this long enough to let you know what's going to be successful for you. You do not want you don't want this. Look at this, right? Oh my Lord. Okay. It's just, wow. And I love Tina. Nothing against Tina. I mean, she's a top performer, but wow. I've coached her before many times, but some people, they just don't want to. They just don't want to, and that's totally fine. I promise you, members, all they want to know, what is it? Where do you want it shared? That's all they want to know. Don't add the emojis. Don't give them descriptions on tagging or any of that. All right. No one's going to tag. It takes too much time, too much effort. If you remember with the posting, right? It should be just a couple of clicks. That's it. Lastly, description, sharing. And that's it. You can say sharing for a friend. Sure. All right. Because what you're doing is you're giving your members a script to use that will go along with your post. What you don't want is to add too much information. We've got a great member, and I think he's updated his feature links. If not, he's yeah. Okay, so let me show you. We love Jason. This is, I can guarantee you, he will be changing this by the time you see this anyway, so don't worry about it. But it's out. So, this is all coaching for everyone, right? So he's wanting his members to use this as their language. So there's a lot wrong with this, right? Are you looking for a safe and guaranteed investment? Question mark. This is very salesy, right? So are you going to say it that way? Reach out to my trusted friend, right? Amazing rates, right? All that. And then even like you're expected to know his phone number so much that you're going to put it in your post, right? So this comes off as being disingenuous. I don't know. One of the two. All right. So simplify it. All of this stuff should be in, you guessed it, your post, right? This URL has all of that information, right? So all you need to put in is sharing or sharing for a friend. Don't put much thought into it. And then submit and you create it. All right. So once you've created your feature link, what I'd like for you to do is check the box, but I also, in that text field next to the box, I want you to put in your title for me. So put title, colon, put the title, and then put a couple spaces, and then description, and then put the description. I want to be able to see your title and your description. Okay. I'm going to trust that your URL is correct. All right. But I need to know that you are following the guidelines, at least starting off. And then you can get as creative as Tina, if you like. All right. Or get as abundant as Jason, if you like. But I promise you, this is the way to get promoted properly without setting off any alarms that someone's being paid to promote your business. All right. No one's getting paid to promote your business in MNO. They're doing it genuinely. What you're doing is feeding them the script so they don't have to spend all this time figuring out what to say about your business. All right. Next up, so check that off if you're done and write out your title and your description. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to, once you submit it and you create it, all right, you're going to click on your feature link, and I want you to duplicate the feature link. All right. So click on this button right here. So if you don't see this view, I want you to rewind it. Okay. Click on duplicate. And now it's got a different view, right? Duplicate's gone. Now it's as if you're creating a new feature link. And now, given your title, where it's got the what and the where and the description, I want you to change one or two of two things. Okay. Change where to share, maybe Brooklyn, maybe switch that to New York in my case. Or instead of Brooklyn real estate, I'm going to say Brooklyn business groups. Change where to share. All right. So this creates a separate feature link using the same post URL, but your members are going to share it in now two places instead of one. Okay. You can also change the description, right? So you'll notice for me, I've got this one where I want them sharing it in real estate groups, and in the description it says realtors. So my members are addressing the realtors, even making it relevant to them. This would be a great gift for one of your top buyers. Okay. And so you might want to change this to business, and then change this to, entrepreneurs. All right. This would make a great gift for one of your top clients. All right. But change it up. If you're changing it to you want to keep the business type, right? Where it's, the group type where it's real estate groups, but maybe you want to change the state. So change it to New York. You can also change in the description, New Yorkers. All right. But change up a couple of things about the feature link. Okay. The URL is going to stay the same. It's going to be linked to the same post, but your members will be using a different script about the post and posting somewhere else. Okay, so submit that and create that. And once you've duplicated a second feature link, check off that box where that says duplicate second feature link. And then you're going to create your third feature link using the same duplicate feature. Okay, so same thing. You're going to have two now. You're going to click on one, you're going to click duplicate and change where to share or the type of groups, right? And then hit submit and it'll create a third feature link. All right, a quick tip before you mark off that you've duplicated your third feature link. See these buttons right here? These are your reordering tools. So you can actually bump a feature link towards the top. All right. And this is because most of your members will share the first feature link. Okay. Some members do 3 rounds of posts, which we'll get to soon. Actually, we're going to get to it next. All right. But what you want is 3 feature links. And every week, I would love for you to delete your feature links because you're going to have a new post every week, right? A new post focusing on the same type of client, but approaching it in a different way, or a different type of client, right? Or same client, but a different service, as long as that service is your approved category for MNO. Okay, so be very careful about that. Your MNO posts can only be related to your approved category. All right. If you trip up, you get 1 warning. Okay. Because you got another member in your chapter who's probably approved for that category. So you get 1 warning because you don't want other people, promoting your service. Right. So be very careful, very mindful of that. Okay, so we have now done 3 feature links, and now what we're going to do is we are going to do what is called a round of posts, okay? And we're going to do it using the mobile app. So what I would like for you to do is open Facebook, whether it's on desktop or on mobile, but if you want to follow along on mobile, by all means, you can do just that. But what we're going to do is we're going to start adding groups. All right, so I've opened Facebook. I've got my newsfeed, and what we're going to do is just add 3 more local business groups. So if you're based in Denver, you type in Denver business and hit enter. Okay, you see how it says groups and it's got 3. If you're a member of these, it'll say visit. So the top 2, I'm already a member of these. This one, I'm not. So it says join. So if I click on the blue button, I've not joined. I can also hit see all. And there's a list of business groups that I can join. All right, but I want you to join at least 3. Of course, as you can tell, it's really easy to join a bunch of businesses. Always be honest if they ask you questions. Are you located in Colorado? No. Member type. I am a halal supporter. I am a registered small business. Definitely not a culinary student. Aware of the definition halal? Yes. Well, let's be honest, right? So they ask you, why do you want to join? To network, okay? But what you're doing is joining groups so that you can post your members' links in more than one group, right? Without having to post all your members' links in the same group, right? So expand. But also, it's a great practice for when you're promoting a member from a different chapter in a different city, right? So you would just type in Vegas business and you'll have your list of Vegas groups. You can click on see all, All the ones that say visit, you're already a member of. All right. This one, Las Vegas Business Network, the new one. Look at that. And look at this, Las Vegas Business Owners. I love it. It's like finding a $20 in your pocket. I mean, for me. So I'll be honest. What kind of business are you in? Music. Are you within the Los Angeles Valley? Nope. What is 2 plus 2? 4. Submit. If they allow me in, they allow me in. All right. Most of these groups, they're fine with allowing fellow Americans in. I'm not saying that they won't allow somebody from India in, but a big reason is because they just don't want any spam accounts. They don't want any bad players in here. All right. So they'll check your profile and they'll see that you're legitimate or legitimate, however you pronounce it. Okay. So let us check off on the checklist that you've joined 3 local business groups. And now we're going to do a round of posts. How do you do a round of posts? We're going to go back to the MNO member app. All right. If, like me, the MNO list is still there, you can always just swipe left and then you can click on the play button. All right. Click on post. And what a round of posts is, kind of how we shared for Tina and we shared for Cecilia in my case. You share a post, or you post for each of your members once. All right. So as far as timing, it shouldn't take you longer than 5 to 10 seconds per post, especially if you've already joined a bunch of groups, right? And most of your members are going to be based in your local state anyway, right? So you're not going to spend a lot of time joining groups. You might starting off, sure. But eventually you're already going to be a member of a bunch of different groups, because some of your members might ask you to join other types of groups that you never even heard of. Okay. Maybe in a state you're not even in. All right. So that's that same exercise of typing in Louisiana business, right? London business. All right. But I want to kind of let you know what this list means. You'll have your feature link winner towards the top. The reason why you don't see the feature link winner on my list is because, in fact, I won the feature link win this week. And so, of course, I can't promote myself. That's not why you join a referral group, to promote yourself. You join and use the app to promote others, and they promote you. All right, the feature link winner is awarded to a new member every week during the meeting. All right, so the better your feature links, meaning if you don't drive your members crazy with bad titles, broken URLs, or really salesy descriptions, you are in the running. If you don't have 20 different feature links on your list and you didn't delete all of your old feature links and created 3 new ones, right, you have a chance to win the feature link win. Being on the top of the heap is a big value, because not everyone is going to get through their list of members. A round of posts is what you want to strive for. And a round of posts is basically promoting everyone that is above the list of other feature link winners. So if I keep going and keep going, keep going, keep going, all of a sudden now the view changes. It says FL winner. You see that? So this means now I'm now looking at other chapter members. So look for the FL winners. You see how there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these different, right, chapters. So your round of posts ends once you reach these. So really, for me, my round of posts is Anthony and above, including the executive producer for the chapter. All right. So each one of these members have feature links that they want shared. Some might have 3, some might have only 1. All right. But a round of posts means that you share Tina's feature link, then Cecilia's feature link, Erica's, down the list all the way until you get to the FL winner. This should take you no longer than 10 minutes, no longer. And that is assuming that you're in a chapter like mine, that you're of 12 or 13. You might be in a startup chapter that only has 2, like Houston, right? They're just starting out. But that's fine, because a round of posts, now you can do 3 rounds of posts. So once you have your round of posts done, it could maybe just take you 2 minutes. In a couple of days, you can do your second round of posts. And what's that second round of posts? So when I get to, a second round, instead of sharing Tina's top feature link, I'm going to get to her second feature link. And the third round of posts, if I have time during my week, I'll get to her third one. All right. So you can imagine the third feature link, a lot of members won't really get to them. All right. But for those really top performing members that really spend a lot of time promoting other members, right, they will get to their 3 rounds of posts. But you're only not required, actually, you're required to do 1 post a week, just 1. But if you want to be a great networker, you have to find the time, the 5 to 10 minutes it should take you to do a round of posts. Can you promote other members in other chapters? Of course. The benefits are you're increasing your coverage, because now it's not just your fellow members promoting you, but Don is going to get a notification that you shared his link. So you just click on Don. Look at that. He's got a lot, right? This is not what you want. This is not, right? Oof, right? Cross-eyed, right? No cross-eyed. All right, but let's look at the quality of his feature link. All right, let's see if it's good. I shop and support local businesses. I love that. That's cool. Title, which do you fall under? 28, 22%. Cool. Home service providers, guys or gals with trucks or vans, right? So what kind of groups? I mean, what kind of groups? So it probably should have just said San Diego business groups, because there are guys or gals with trucks or vans in these business groups. Okay. So that's key, is the type of group should be easy. The state business groups. All right. If it's a prospect post. So you just click on share, click on copy, right? And I'm going to go to San Diego. So I'm going to search for San Diego. And if you're timing me, you will notice that, there we go. If you're timing me, you'll notice that this is only going to take me 10 seconds and I'm done. I don't have to, there's no logging on the mobile app, which is why I like posting on the mobile, because I don't have to hit that post first, then click button whenever I'm done. So it's much faster. But the more you do this, the easier and faster you're going to get. And the better your members' feature links are, right? We call them optimizing your feature links. The more likely you're going to get through it in 5 minutes instead of 12, because you're going to have to now figure out where to post and what to say, right? So whenever you see a member with feature links that need help, let me know, or better yet, reach out to them. Say, hey, your feature links need some love. Let me know if you need some help, right? Even though you're new, if you're figuring this out and it makes sense to you, you can still help your members. All right, so get a round of posts done and then check that off of your list. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to access my chapter, all right, which is your chapter. You're going to click on the menu button on the top left, click on member items, click on my chapter, and this is your list of chapter members. So when you click on a member, say Cecilia, you can see what category she's approved for: attorney, right? Wills, Trusts, and Estates. How long she's been a member, any badges she might have. So she's a posting machine. She got the posting badge, which chapter she's with, what time they meet. And don't worry, the format will change. There's no such thing as 0700 p.m. It should be just 7 p.m., but we'll fix that. What day she meets, who her coach is. All right. You can even get her contact details, right? You can even look up her bio and her business. You can even see, keywords that she puts in, her preferred groups. You can see her logo, right? You can even see her list of feature links, even though you can access it through the play button, right? All right. But there are other great parts of your view of my chapter. So when you scroll down, you also see who your founding members are for the chapter. When you scroll even further down, you see who's on leadership. So you got your executive producer, you got your stand-in MC, Mr. Emo Aladdin, stage manager, Bill Hatch, stand-in CD, Lee Stalkowitz. Then under the MC, or the master conductor, which is me, I've got Leland and Lee, each one in a certain role. So if you're ever interested in hopping on some role, there are so many different roles you can do for your chapter. Aside from promoting your business, you can help the chapter with the operation side of things. All right. But this is your chapter view. So you can check that off of your checklist. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to access search. So we're going to click on search. A couple ways to search. You can actually search by chapter. So you can select the chapter by name. say, hey, I'm in, what's this Phoenix Fusion chapter? Once you select it, you can click on search. Shows that there are 5 members in this. You can check and see, hey, so when do they meet? Oh, cool. They meet 4 p.m. and that's always local time. All right. They're in Act 1 chapter, so they're one of our newer chapters. You can see if anybody's on leadership. You can even see who the members are and what their profession is. You can even click on their details. Right. And then their calendar, you can see, what they have going on. Maybe they've got a mixer or like a seminar, right? And they've also got their Phoenix Fusion meeting too. So all that fun stuff. And then you can even see if they've, this is going to be phased out, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. All right. And then there's another type of search. And if you remember, keywords, this is where keywords are really important. All right. So you can scroll down and you can search for keywords. So if you're looking for someone who does reverse mortgages because you have a client who's looking for one, there's one. Diana does reverse mortgages, right? And to just double check, if you click on her bio and business, you'll see reverse mortgages right there. That's why it's important that your keywords are important. All right. You can also search by name. So if you're looking for, hey, you really do well with people, that go by the name of Bernard. All right, there he is. All right. A couple things about the badges. The FM8, you see that? That means that he is a founding member, one of the 8 founding members. And then the play button means that he actually in 2021 was the top performer. And he played it forward. He also produced the most business books for his members. He also did the most posts and passed the most referrals. Dude's a rock star, obviously. Okay. So you can check that off. That's the search item. Next up, we're going to access totals given. Okay. So with totals, you're probably wondering, well, how do I search and find out who has promoted me and also who I promoted? You're going to click on totals. So member items, totals. All right. Now it defaults to given. All right. So let me walk you through what given is. So I've given, so much in business books, so much in referrals. So if I click on referrals, for example, I'll be able to look and see who I've passed referrals to. So just yesterday, in fact, I passed a referral to Lee. So this is a good way for me to kind of review, make sure that my numbers are right. If I ever clicked on the gold button like 50 times and I didn't mean to, you can always go into the posts that you've done and delete them, right? So if you accidentally hit the gold button or the post first, then click button on desktop too many times, you can always delete it from here. So it's under totals and then given. Okay, you can also look up people that you have invited or people that have even been counted as attended. All right. That sort of thing. All right, so once you're kind of familiar with the totals given, check that off of your checklist. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to click on your totals received. And that is towards the top, click on received. And this is what is called the playback. So if you're ever wondering who posted for me, you go to totals and you go to received and you click on posts. And you get to see who shared your link, but you'll also be able to see which link they shared. So she shared the one in the community groups. Tina's great, right? Erica, you get to see all these people. The executive producer even shared it. Bill Hatch, right? You see all these people. I mean, this is the beauty of the app. All these people are going to be sharing your links on their own time, on their own days, reaching different people because different people are on Facebook at different times, right? So the quality of your feature links is so important. It'll help these numbers go up. Have you ever noticed that there's someone like Shannon? Shannon's not in my chapter. So she's not part of my rounds, right? A round of posts is just your chapter members. But Shannon shared my link. So I'm going to go in And with this view, you'll see that the play button is on the right. So I'm going to click on post, type in Shannon. And there she is. Still hasn't updated feature link. Look at that. Look at that long list, right? So delete your feature links. Don't be afraid, right? Delete them because you're always going to have new content every week. It takes you 2 minutes to create a post, you remember? So it's not about time. It's just time management. Post in Colorado. Easy enough. I just joined some new Colorado groups or Denver groups. So all I have to do is click on share, click copy, go to Facebook, type in Denver business group right here. Paste. All right. And you can always rephrase. All right. If you like, you don't have to, but you can always say a great bookkeeper. Smiley. Okay. So you can do that if you like. All right. But that's what I do as part of my membership is the playback, looking for names that I don't recognize who aren't in my chapter, and I'll play it back. Cool. So once you have accessed your totals received, you can check that off of your checklist. All right. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our profile. So on the top left, we're going to click on member items. And we're going to click on my profile. And we're going to go down to promos. So it's the fourth one down. And we're going to create a new promo. So your list might be completely empty. All right. So click on new promo. Under title, let's type in sub promo. So you can't make it to every single meeting. So there are going to be times when you're not going to be able to make it, and you're going to want one of the visitors attending to act as your sub. But the visitor is not going to know you, so they're going to want to know what to say. So this is where you're going to take 2 minutes and type in your promo. It could be short, it could be long, but it can't be longer than 45 seconds. All right. It can include your phone number, it can include your email, but something along the lines of, hey, everybody, I am subbing for, and you put your name, the insurance agent or whatever your category is for, your chapter. So if you're the insurance agent for Phoenix Fusion, you'd say, hi, everybody, I am subbing for Chris, the insurance agent for Phoenix Fusion MNO. This week, he is looking to be connected to business owners, or this week, he's looking to be connected to families, right? But you want to list out how you want to be advertised during the meeting. All right. Put your links maybe in the description, right? Have those ready. And of course, your contact information too, because your visitor, maybe the one who's actually subbing for you, might need your services. Type that out. And once that is done, scroll down and click add. You might need to pause this. All right. And get it done. Should take you only 2 minutes. And once that is done, check that off. Next up, what we're going to do is talk about event attendance. So let's back out a little bit so we see our play button and then event attendance. What is this? So if you're ever going to go to a fellow member's seminar or mixer or show, if they're a musician, you can log it. All right. But what I want to, and then, you just fill the rest out. So say, for example, you went to your member Bill's, seminar, right? You can just fill that out. All this stuff, if it's not starred, then it's not necessary. So you don't have to put a picture, but the picture is like if you were there and you want to take a picture while you were there, you want to put in where, like the location, you want to put the date in, and maybe if you brought some guests and the name of the event. But what I want to focus on is this: listening or viewing. Your members are going to have maybe videos or reels about their business, or they're probably musicians, and they probably have some songs. So if you remember, right, if you go to your chapter, so if you click on member items, my chapter, you can select a member. So say, for example, Bill. You can click on his contact details. Sorry, scroll down a bit. You'll see other links. And you'll see his business pages, right? He's got his YouTube channel, there's his YouTube channel. So if you select all and you go into here, now you can watch, even if it's a few minutes. If you watch his podcast, you can go in and now you can log it. So event attendance is when you attend a member's event, or if you just watch their video. Of course, if it's an hour long, you're not going to spend a whole hour. I mean, you might, but it's just that I leave it up to you to decide. Did you actually listen to it, right? It's not hearing, it's listening. So it might be 20 minutes, might be 4 minutes, might be a minute, right? So, but you log it. You get to log it. The reason why you want to log it is because you want Bill to find out that you've watched his video. And trust me, if you not only shared his links, but you also watched his videos, you're going to really build your relationship with him. All right. And he's going to maybe pass you referrals, knowing that you're one of those few who've listened to his podcast. And I don't mean few, like only 2 or 3 people, but you know what I mean. Okay. So immerse yourself in your members' creations, whether they're podcasters, whether they are real estate agents or musicians. All right. And once you have logged event attendance, because I do want you to find a member in your chapter and find their YouTube or their Spotify, right? And watch it or listen to it and log it as event attendance. And in the text field, let me know if it was listening to a business or watching a business's video or listening to a podcast or listening to a member's music. But make sure you log it. Okay. Next up is quick session. This is also what I want you to do. All right. You might be a little nervous about it because you're new and you don't know anyone in your chapter, but these are your people. All right. You've probably already been introduced during the group chat and everyone was saying welcome and it's a great feeling. But what I want you to do now is reach out to a member of yours that is in your chapter for an incubator chapter where it's multiple chapters in one while you guys are launching together. Find someone who's in your actual chapter. So if you're Vegas MNO, find someone in Vegas MNO and send them a message. All right. And how to do that. We are going to be expanding the chat feature of the app, which is located under member items and chat, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do text message. All right. But find a member of yours. So Kyle, for example, go to contact details and their cell phone, send them an SMS. All right. And then just say, hey, I'm brand new. I'm just, I'm the bookkeeper for the chapter or I'm the musician of the chapter. I just want to say hello and just tell you I'm really excited to get to know you and everybody. And when they write back, that is a quick session. And why is that important? Especially and I'll show you how to log it, but it's important because, these are the building blocks. And you want to reach out to each of your chapter members and just send them a text and say, I'm so excited to learn about you and learn about MNO and learn how to promote you. Looking forward to seeing you on the chapter chat. All right. This is not an opportunity for you to sell your services. It's not. All right. Networking is different. Don't be trigger happy. Right. Just don't talk business just yet. Get to know each other. Become friends. All right. You will have time to get to know each other's businesses with time, but this is not the exercise we're talking about. A quick session is just reaching out. And how do you log it? So Kyle responds and he says, I'm looking forward to it too. Welcome aboard. Let's get together for a real session later on. Cool. Once you have that interaction, you click on the play button, click on session, click on the member, say it is Kyle. Select date, there's today, type, quick. All right. On desktop, you might need to scroll down, but it's the bottommost one for now. It's going to be more towards the top later. Where do we meet? Text. Right. What did you discuss? You can just say quick session or a quick hello, right? Or small talk. All right. And then you record it. That's important because if you don't log your quick sessions, so you might actually have like 10 quick sessions a week, right? Reaching out to each of your members and at different times and they respond and you have another conversation the next day. Each one counts as a quick session. Log them all. These are the building blocks to building your business, is building those relationships. All right. So once you've logged your quick session, check that off, and we'll move on to the next point. All right. MNO has a YouTube channel. All right. So the way to get to MNO's YouTube is you can go to YouTube and you can just type in MNO referrals, and you're going to get, there it is, MNO referrals. All right. The hashtag is, oops, hold on a second. Wonder why. Screen sharing is paused. Here, let me stop share. And you know what? We're going to go to desktop anyway. It's the same process. But you're going to open YouTube and you go youtube.com/MNO referrals. Or not. To go to, oh, it's probably, okay, it's probably user / that. Nope. All right. Well, if we go to YouTube and if you type into the search MNO referrals, that comes up, and then you'll have your YouTube. All right. Let me try one more time to get on mobile once again. All right. Sorry for the confusion. Let's try it. There we go. All right. Now, very nice. So there it is. What I want you to do is subscribe and hit the bell notification. So when new videos are uploaded, you get the notification. All right. And what I want you to do is watch one of our shorts. There's two to pick from. There's a member testimonial, and then there's also one on how to invite, which is that second one. All right. So it just basically gives you a tutorial on how to, okay, oh, that is why. Okay, so got it. All right, so that is why, because the YouTube app, you can't share it on Zoom. That's hilarious. All right, let me just unpause it. Sorry about that delay, guys, but let's go into desktop. But what I want you to do is watch any one of the shorts. All right, maybe how to register a visitor to your chapter, or one of the member moments, and it's just under a minute long. All right, but I want you to get used to getting on here and watching certain tutorials. All right, but select the one about the visitors. Maybe this will allow me to, yeah, it'll allow me to play it. So you hit the play button, hit the visitor, you put the person's name, last name, you fill out their profession, their email, how you know them, and then that's it. They get the email with the Zoom link, and they also get the reminder. But once you've watched it, of course, you can now go into the app. Anything you do for MNO is something you can log, right? So you can go in, click on event attendance, click on your executive producer, click on event date. Maybe you watched it today. Number of guests you brought, 0. Event name, you can say short about visitors. And then event type, listening, viewing. Eventually there's one that'll be called training, all right? But for now, you can put listening, viewing, and log that in. And once that's done, check that off your checklist. All right, guys, we're getting very close to the end here. All right, so next up, what we're going to cover is the calendar. So we did cover the member items quite a bit, but I want you to click on meeting items, and then you're going to notice calendar. All right, your calendar is going to be where your chapter meetings are. They're always going to be in green. You're also going to see in red chapter hosted events. There was a promo party that we threw a couple days ago. Those are in red. Then you've got the ones in blue. All right, those are for the entire organization. So your green are your chapter meetings, your red are your chapter events, and then your blue are the global, MNO global events. There are LMNO trainings that you can sign up for and register. So when you click on one, it'll let you know the day, the time, typically an hour long. And you click on Zoom link to register. All right, you can go forward into January or into the future. There's one coming up here, so you can always click on it and register. There are 7 given in a row. All right, you're not expected to take all 7, but as a new member, you definitely want to take the first 3. If you are a new member for an Act 2 chapter, meaning there are member spotlights, you're going to want to take the first 4 for sure. All right, they're each an hour long if you do the recordings. The recordings are on YouTube, in fact. So if you go back, you go to your playlists on MNO, you will see LMNO. All right, there's 7 of them. Content creation, sessions, referrals, spotlights, all that good stuff. All right, they're even segmented. I had no idea. Wow, they're segmented. I don't know who did that, but I'm thankful. That's great. All right, and this video will likely be segmented as well. All right, but register for LMNO. Do a live training. It's really effective. If you can't, then you can always watch the videos. All right, but start getting into LMNO. And so you can check off now, register for LMNO, and access LMNO playlist. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to create a calendar event, not on this calendar, right? The calendar is set by the admin and executive producer and somebody in your chapter. It might be you if you step into the events committee or the CD role. All right. But what I'm talking about is your own calendar. We need you to be available on the day and time that your chapter meets. So if you use iCal or if you use Google, your phone, what I need you to do is if you meet now on Tuesdays and you're part of Houston, right? I need your 2 p.m.s. We're in Central, that's why. But your 2 p.m. should now be blocked off. Okay. I don't advise you put your Zoom link there because if the Zoom link changes, it's going to be wrong. So we'll show you how to access it at the end of the meeting. All right. But it's on calendar. All right. But I need you to put this hour-long meeting into your calendar. This is at least while you're paying monthly, while you're still a member, this is a lifestyle change. All right. You might not make it to every meeting. And that's why we did the sub promo, if you remember, which is now saved. But it still needs to be in your calendar. Things will come up. I totally get it. All right. But that needs to be in there. My home chapter is Wednesdays. Okay. I don't even know why the meeting is, but I don't use this. Okay. I go into my app and I access the Zoom link from the app, but it's in my calendar. So once you have created a weekly event, then mark that off your checklist. All right. And the next item is logging a quick session. All right. So we already did this. Let's do some more. All right. Let's just go into my chapter and let's just pick a different member. Could be a different member from another chapter if your chapter is small. Just click on a member. And other topics you can discuss. If you're brand new, then yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about your business. Or if a member is brand new, you can message them and say, looking forward to learning about what you do, right? So that's what I'm going to do, actually. We've got a new member. He just joined. His name's Larry. He was one of my visitors. And I'm going to go in. I'm going to send him a quick email. So do the same. Find a member and click on their email. All right. Copy. And let's go into our emails. Just something as simple as, glad to have you on board. Just wanted to send you a quick message letting you know how excited I am to get to know your business. And hopefully pass business your way. All right. Nothing salesy. I'm not trying to sell my stuff. Just, that's it. Send it up. And if he replies, right, I can log that as a quick session. A quick session, once again, if you click on the play button, click on session, members, Larry. He didn't reply yet, so I can't really log this yet. Maybe he replies tomorrow. Sure. Where did we meet? All right. Email. What did we discuss? Welcome. And who reads this? It's you. It's for your own note taking. Search types. So on desktop, it's not here. You got to scroll down. There it is. Quick session. So the quick session is an interaction. So there has to be a call and a response. All right. That's what counts as a quick session. And then you can log it. All right. So let's move on to the next one. All right. Post for a member out of chapter. We did that already for Dawn, but let's just get into the habit, right? Part of this whole orientation is to get you used to it because it's a lot to throw at you. So the more you do this, the better. And since we're on desktop, there we go. So let's just start scrolling down. As we know, our chapter members are towards the top. Then once we see the FL winners, we know these are other chapter members. Now, who's under the FL winners? These guys. These are the top performers of the entire organization, and it changes. It's very dynamic. It's by the minute. So, in a minute from now, Dino might overtake Jack because he just did another post. Okay, so these are people you want to network with. Not to say people on the bottom you shouldn't network. You should network with anyone, right? But these are some heavy hitters. So we'll take Melissa. She's one of the top performers of the week outside of my chapter. She wants this one shared in Tustin group. So I'm going to click on that. Don't forget this gold button, but not yet. Let's post first, then click. So we're going to go to Facebook, right? It should be becoming second nature for you now. And she wants Tustin. I got a group here. All right. Can always rephrase. Love this. And boom, I can now go into this and click on the gold button, and she'll get a notification that I shared her link. All right, so just check that off of post for a member out of chapter on your checklist. Okay, so now that we've done a whole bunch of activities, right? Where is this all housed? So if you go under your menu bar, which is always this guy, this is the menu bar. You click on member items, click on performance. This is typically your home screen. This is usually the first thing you're going to see. And Melissa just played it back for me. I just got a notification on my phone saying that she shared my link in return. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful feeling when you get someone sharing your link. And the coolest thing about the app is when it feels great to see someone shared your link, you share theirs in return. It's pretty easy to do that. But you'll see that I've got one referral that I've passed. I haven't logged sessions yet. I'm waiting for Larry to reply. Then I can count that as a quick session, right? And your event attendance. So if you listened, hopefully you did. I'm assuming you're doing your orientation right. Then you'll have a 1, maybe 2, who knows? Maybe listen to 2 songs. Business bucks, don't worry about referrals and business bucks just yet. Okay, this is down the road. Let's just get you going. All right, but eventually you're going to have referrals and business bucks that you're going to be passing to your members, and you might already from your first week. I did when I first joined a group. All right, posts, the number of posts. This should not be at 0. So if this is at 0, then that means you haven't been doing it right. All right, and I need you to go back and I need you to watch the video again and get this to the real number, to the correct number. You'll see towards the bottom here, you've got your list. This is my list. All right, these are the number of visitors that I've registered to attend for next week. All right, but that's your performance. It resets every week, not on Sunday mornings. It resets during your meeting. All right. In fact, it's half hour into your meeting, it resets. All right. And there's a good reason for that. We won't get into it, but your week starts when the meeting ends. Okay. And so the significance of that is when you attend your meeting and you look up your performance, you're going to want to announce to your members how you did for the week, right? So if your numbers reset on Sunday, but you're meeting on a Monday, that means you're only looking at 1 day's worth of activity. All right. So your week starts at the end of your meeting, so that when you meet again the following week, all those numbers are accurate as to how your week went. All right. So that's your performance. Check that off your checklist. All right. Speaking of meetings, we're going to show you how to access your visitors. So hover over to your menu button, click on meeting items, click on visitors. When you click on visitors, you're going to have a view of members who have attended and members who were absent. All right. The people you want to reach out to are the members who attended, not the ones who were absent. They haven't met you. But these are the visitors that were on the meeting that you got to meet, that you got to connect with, right? And so you can always send them an email. There it is. Just grab that, send them an email. Thank you for coming, right? And, maybe you might want to solicit your visitors. And that's totally fine, all right? There are no rules against soliciting your visitors. It sounds harsh, but it isn't. You're offering your services, basically. But, let's tackle this head on. You're here to build your business. So your visitors might be looking for your services. All right. I don't advise adding them to a mailing list to get their permission. I don't advise reaching out to these people because they don't know you, because they didn't show up. Right. This might be a different view for you because the green, don't let it throw you off. It's still the same list. It'll show attended or absent. Okay. So that is how to access your visitors. Make this part of your routine. It takes you a few minutes to get through each one and email them, but you definitely want to do that. All right. Next, after you check that off, is members. No solicitation of members. All right. The last thing you want to do is have a bad start to your membership. All right. Your members might become your clients, but that's not why you joined. You joined MNO so that your chapter is your sales team. So there's no need to bring them on as clients. They will become your clients when they feel ready. All right. But you're barred from soliciting your members. Can you sell to them? Yes. But I'm talking about soliciting. You cannot talk to a member and say, hey, you need insurance, right? So don't do that. They will ask you, right? But you're gonna grow your relationships with them by showing them how you do your business, why you do your business, how you help your clients, right? And they will find you clients, all right? That's the goal of referral groups. This is not a buyer's club. You get one warning if you're soliciting members, and then if it becomes a problem, then you're probably going to be let go. All right, we do take this very seriously because I'm sure you don't want to be solicited by all your members, so they don't want to be solicited either. Even if they need it, it's so important. They need it. It does not matter. They know what you do. So if they ask you, then great. That's a different story. Then you're not soliciting anymore. All right. A couple more things. We're done, people. All right. How to access the meeting Zoom link. This is going to be important, right? Do not put it in your calendar. You go into the calendar of the app. It's under meeting items. Click on calendar. Click on the date. So next time we meet is the 28th. So on the 28th, I would go into my calendar. I would click on my green and then click on Zoom meeting link, and it'll open my Zoom just like that. Okay. Don't ask the members for the Zoom link. Don't save the Zoom link. Just access the Zoom link from the calendar in the app. I ask you, I beg you, please. All right. And that is orientation, people. There's one last thing to do, and that is where you go to the play button, and then you want to log it as training. It will be moved to event attendance. So we are going to demonstrate it as if you're clicking on event attendance. All right. So click on event attendance. You're going to select executive producer. Select today's date. You're going to probably put 0, but it's not starred, so you can leave this blank. Event name, orientation. Event type, you're going to click listening viewing. If training pops up, which it will, select training. But for now, you can click on listening viewing, okay? And then submit. All right, and that is LMNO orientation. I hope this was helpful. I know this was a lot. You're probably very overwhelmed. I imagine you are, which is why we did this now in this new format, so that you can pause take a break, take a breather, go back and watch. But this orientation will get you ready for the start of your membership. There's a whole lot more. And all of it is designed to build your business. All of it, anything you do in MNO, everything you do in MNO is for the purpose of building your business, and it will. We put a lot of thought, a lot of purpose into MNO, and the purpose is to build your business. So don't worry, anything you do, we'll build it. But if there's one piece of advice Melissa and I can give you, is don't overdo it. All right. As far as time commitment, you've got 1 hour for your meetings. Okay. You've got your 5 to 10 minutes for your round of posts. All right. The rest of the time that you want to allocate towards networking, do your sessions, get to know your members, right? But don't overdo it. You've got a business to run, you've got a family, all that. All right. If you decide to step into a role, awesome. Some of the roles are done during the meeting. Some of the roles are done outside of the meeting, but step into them. Again, it's a great way to build your credibility with your members. But you can always step down when it's too much, but you will find that if you do it right, you are going to have a lot of time on your hands to enjoy and smell the roses. All right. Don't ever do too much. You might get a lot of messages and reminders, but trust me, when you look at it, it's not a lot. I don't spend more than an hour outside of the meetings doing networking stuff. Okay. As a member. All right. I have my roles as an MC and the other stuff. Yeah. But more than an hour, I don't spend. Trainings is different. Get the LMNO stuff out of the way. You only have to do them once. I suggest doing them once a year just to kind of keep your chops up. But this is going to be a fun ride, and we're lucky to have you. We're happy to have you on board. And if you're ever feeling overwhelmed and you need a coaching session, you can always email us at info@mnoreferrals.com, and you can request a call from us or just call us directly. It's 949-504-4422. Okay. And the email, once again, it's info@mnoreferrals.com. Don't forget, as far as exiting your membership, when it's time to cancel, email us at info@mnoreferrals.com. Keep in mind, you have to give us a 30-day notification. What that means is you're billed one more time before you're, let go. And the reason is because we need those 30 days to fill your spot. Because you can imagine if one of your best partners in the chapter just leaves and poof, it's just gone, it's going to be a big bummer, right? So MNO needs those 30 days so that when they do step down, someone great has just come and taken their spot and keeps the ball rolling. All right. So keep that in mind. It's in the policies. If you have any questions about it, let us know, but plan your exit, right? So if you plan to step down in March, let us know in January so we bill you one last time in February. And we'll give you a proper send-off, proper farewell. And this is all supposed to be positive. And we hope you're going to be with us month to month to month to month, and your chapter and your business grow together. All right. One last thing is be patient, be assertive, put your best effort into it, but be patient. Referrals will come with time, right? If you're not passing any referrals, it's going to be tough for you to ask for referrals. So take the trainings, learn how to pass referrals, learn about your members, grow those relationships, learn about their businesses, and you'll be able to pass referrals thanks to the trainings and the strength of your relationships. And it's reciprocal. Your members will be following that same path. Take care. Thank you for your membership, and keep playing it forward. Take care.